Hey there, my name is John, and I'm the senior pastor of the New Day family of churches here in the greater Houston area. And I want to invite you to read the Bible with us this year. Whenever you're watching this, I want to encourage you to hop into reading the Bible with us because we think it's going to be transformative for your life. I think a lot of times when people want to read the Bible, they find a few common challenges. Number one, like, what do I read? Where do I start? Or maybe they started for a while, got inconsistent and stopped, or maybe it feels like it's kind of random and they're doing it alone. And so what the New Day Daily Bible Reading Plan offers you is, number one, vision for what you're reading and why you're reading it, which I'll explain here in a little bit. It tells you every day what to read, and it gives you a really good amount of scripture that is substantive, but also not overwhelming for you. It also provides you with consistency Monday through Friday. And then lastly, just provide you with community. So every day that you read this, you know that I read that passage, that other people that are part of our church read that passage, and anyone else is doing this plan with us, even beyond our church, was reading this passage with us. You know, you are reading it in step with so many other believers. And so what the plan is it's essentially one chapter a day, Monday through Friday. And whenever you start this plan with us, if you keep reading, all the way through, you will read the New Testament in a year. And we really like this plan because most Bible plans tend to either be like read the Bible in a year, and it's a lot of scripture, 4 chapters a day, 7 days a week. People get way behind. It's kind of overwhelming. Other plans might be really short, or maybe just for a few days, and so it's a couple verses a day, and then you're done or whatever. This is essentially about a chapter a day, Monday through Friday, going through the entire New Testament in a year. And so it's substantive, but it's manageable. And so every day you can just go to newdaychurch.com/daily Bible reading, or find wherever we're posting it. And whatever Monday through Friday the reading is for that day, the chapter is for that day, just read that chapter. And it will be life-giving to you. So the first thing we do is we kind of give you a plan. We tell you every day what to read so you don't have to think about that. Our team has custom made this plan for all of us together. So someone has thought through it to put this plan forward. And so whatever the day is, read that with us. The second thing it provides you with is consistency. It's a Monday through Friday plan. So it's most days of the week, but also has a couple days on Saturday and Sunday for a break. And so what the New Day Daily Bible Plan is when you're doing a plan, it does kind of encourage you to kind of keep going. And so provides you consistency. And then lastly, maybe most importantly, it provides you with community. We often forget this, but like early believers in the ancient church, like they didn't have like a Bible in their hand. Like that was kind of like there was one letter or one set of scriptures for the entire church. And so they would read the Bible together. And I think modern Christians have kind of lost the art of reading the Bible together. It's everyone's doing their own thing, reading their own plan. But it's a beautiful thing when the church comes together in unity and reads the Bible together. And so this plan is something that we're doing together. So every day when you read this, here's what you can know. I read that passage today too. And so did my wife, and so did the other pastors and leaders and members of New Day Church, or anyone else that does this with us. You can know that when you are opening up the word to read that chapter of scripture for that day, that we read it with you. And maybe you know someone else reading it, you text them, like, because you know they're reading it too. Hey, well, what'd you think about that passage? Or man, did this speak to you? It spoke to me. Like, what would it look like for a church or for a community of believers to everyone's just reading the same thing in step together? We just feel like that's going to be a really powerful thing. And we think that churches should read the Bible together. And so we're kind of offering this plan out there for something that you can know that I'm reading, that our entire church is reading. And I think that helps us to stay in step and consistent with the word. So a few other things I'm going to recommend. So obviously it's really simple. Just go to newdaychurch.com/daily Bible reading, find our reading for the day, just read it. And even if you don't feel like doing it, just do it anyway, right? Develop the discipline of reading the Bible consistently. I believe probably, I don't know, maybe 99% of people, if they actually do this plan, 99% of the people that partake will have read more of the Bible in a year, more consistently than they've ever done before. And I'm telling you, that will do incredible things in your life. But a couple other kind of recommendations. Number one, if you are starting this plan like later in the year, or maybe we're already like 6 months in, just start reading wherever we're at. We like the idea of reading together. Don't start at the very beginning. Just read where we're at, and then just kind of keep going into the next year to when you get to the date when you started, and then you will have read the New Testament in a year. I know it's good to read it all in order, but a big part of this is reading it together. And so I want to encourage you, whenever you kind of pick up on this with us, to just start on the date, just kind of keep reading it with us consistently. Another thing I want to recommend is getting a prayer journal. I just bought this one. It was like $8 or something like that off Amazon. You can look these up. These are like super cheap. Paperage is the brand. I might be saying that wrong. I'm not sponsored. I don't get any money by recommending them, but it's just a really cheap journal on Amazon. I want to encourage you to like get a prayer journal and then to just kind of write down a simple prayer every day based on what you're reading, or keep a prayer list. There's just power to kind of writing things down. So I want to encourage you to help you engage with the scriptures more. Another thing I highly want to recommend that you get is a little bit of an investment is an ESV study Bible. I've been a pastor for a decade. I have 2 degrees in theology, and there's a lot of books you can read, a lot of things you can buy. I think this might be the greatest resource maybe in the history of the world besides the Bible itself. There's a lot of good study Bibles out there, but this is an incredible one. And the benefit of a study Bible is what it is basically as you're reading through, it just tells you what all the verses mean. Because once again, as you're reading the Bible, you're gonna like, well, what does that even mean? I don't know what that means. And so a study Bible is a reference text that you want to have with you when you're reading the Bible. And it'll basically just kind of any verse you don't understand, it will explain it to you. And so for every book of the Bible, so as we're going through the New Testament together, we're starting with, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So say you're coming up on the book of Luke, a study Bible will tell you, literally everything about the book of Luke, who wrote it, when they wrote it, why they wrote it. And then that also for all the different verses, it'll explain it. And so it's just so many helpful things. And so like at the top here, here's the verses in the Bible, and then down here is all of the commentary to explain what it means. The Bible is a big book. It can be a confusing and intimidating book. I'm a pastor. I don't understand all the Bible. I don't know everything about the Bible because the Bible is like 66 books. It's like a library in a sense. And so a study Bible will help you to understand what you're reading. And I'm telling you, it costs like probably 30, 40, 50 bucks. It's the best 30, 40, 50 bucks you will ever spend in your life. I really mean that. And so I think those are 2 good resources along with whatever Bible you're reading for your daily Bible reading, whether it's on your YouVersion app or you have a hard copy of the scriptures. Those are 2 really good resources that I recommend. So once again, I want you to be healthy. I want you to be spiritually fed. I want you to be well. I want you to have a vibrant relationship with God. I want you to see God do incredible things in your life and through your life. And the most important thing we can do in that, as Jesus says in Matthew 7, is to hear his words and then act on them. And so what the New Day Daily Bible Reading Plan does and what it offers you is a consistent, clear plan that keeps you consistent and gives you a community. And so we believe if you engage with us, you will read more of the Bible than you ever have at any point in your life. And so once again, go to newdaychurch.com/daily Bible reading, find the reading for the day, read that with us, and then commit to reading that with us. And I really believe that God will use it powerfully in your life. So once again, I hope you'll read the Bible with us this year. And once again, God bless.